शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकीशोकनाशनं कपीशमक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करं। नमोऽस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै। नमोऽस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यो नमोऽस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः। न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः। अजो नित्यं शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणः न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे। ॐ नमः परमहंसास्वादित चरणकमलचिन्मकरन्दाय भक्तजनमानसनिवासाय श्रीरामचन्द्राय ॐ। So today I thought I would first remember MS Subbulakshmi's her birthday. She was somebody who was a great devotee herself, and also she has popularized many of Tyagaraja's scriptures. She has immortalized them, and also when she sang in the United Nations, first singer to get an opportunity to sing there, very first song she sang was also on Rama there, Tyagaraja's Ramananu Brovara. But I want to specifically dedicate today's class to one of my school friends who passed away this morning. I came to know out due to COVID and that some lung infection and things like that due to COVID. Why specifically him? Many people pass every day, but he was also somewhat instrumental in my spiritual way in some way. He was a Lingayat by upbringing. Both his parents are very devout Lingayats, and some of that influence has rubbed off on him perhaps. And he shared some Lingayat books with me in school when I was in 8th or ninth class. I remember reading two books on Basaveshwara through him. That was my only introduction, the only books that I read on that Lingayat tradition, all due to him. So today's class I would want to dedicate to his memory. And thankfully for us, today's class is also the beginning of Ganga Avataranam. So story of Ganga, just a small glimpse. A more detailed story will come later. So that Ganga story is there. So his name is Akash Kalyan Shetty. So to him I am dedicating today's class in his Smriti. So let us start with today's class. We finished 34th Sarga, I suppose, in the previous session, and we have to start the 35th Sarga. So the story is that Vishwamitra's Yaga is over, and he decides to now vacate his Siddhashrama and go to Himalayas and stay in that Kushika Nadi Tira, so in Himalayas, because Kushika is the current form of his elder sister, and because of his attachment to her, he decides that I will stay on that banks and spend my rest of the days there, and all the Maharshis also go with them. On the way, they stop at the banks of river Shona, and on the banks of river Shona, Rama asks some questions and Vishwamitra answers them. That answer of Vishwamitra we saw in 3 chapters, where he describes his own lineage also as part of the answer, and then the story proceeds. So last we saw that he sleeps, so that they went up to almost up to midnight, and then Vishwamitra says, okay, it's already too late, we have to sleep, and tomorrow we have to go further. They have to go to Mithila. From Mithila he has to go to Himalayas also, so we should not make any further delay. So tomorrow, if we don't sleep now, then tomorrow during the day you will say I want to sleep, so our travel will be hindered. So let's not waste any time and let's go to sleep. So all of them go to sleep, and then next morning it happens. So the sarga starts with next morning. अथ पंचत्रिंशः सर्गः उपास्य रात्रिशेषन्तु शोणाकूले महर्षिभिः निशायां सुप्रभातायां विश्वामित्रोऽभ्यभाषत. So ratrisesham upasya. Ratrisesham means so the rest of the night, whatever night was left, they were already late into the night, they were talking. So that ratrisesham is the remaining portion of the night, remaining length of the night. Upasya means they stayed there. So here he's talking about Vishwamitra. But Vishwamitra stayed there along with the other Maharshis also. Maharshibhihi Upasya. So Maharshibhihi and also Rama Lakshmanas, all of them stayed there in the night. Upasya is they stayed there, that is they spent that night there. So Upasya Ratri Seshantu. Where did they spend? Shona Kule, on the river, on the banks of the river Shona. Maharshibhihi, along with the Maharshis, he stayed there, Vishwamitra. And Nishayam Suprabhatayam, when the night has ended and is giving way to morning. Nishayam Suprabhatayam means, Nisha means night, so night is ending and giving way to Prabhata. Prabhata is morning, so Prabhata is good morning. So Suprabhata, while it was dawning, then Vishwamitrobhya Bhashata. Vishwamitra woke up first and then he spoke the following words. There are two things here. Ratri Sesham Upasya, one of the commentators, I think Govindaraj or somebody, is also saying, or maybe Shiromani Kara is saying, Upasya Ratri Sesham is Ratri Sesham means the leftover portion of the night. That is nothing but very early morning. So Upasya means so Upasamipe Asya Tishtva. That's the meaning. So sitting there or spending the night. So spending the night there. That's the meaning. Or you can say Ratri Sesham Upasya. Upasya you can take Upasana also. So early morning in Brahma Muhurta, he woke up and did his upasana, Ramopasana, etc. He did. That's what you should imagine. So that's an alternative meaning you can give. So upasya ratri sesham to shonakule. Shonakule ratri sesham upasya maharshibhihi saha upasya Ishayam suprabhatayam Vishwamitraha. He woke up and abhyabhashata. He said the following words. So you see, long back Vishwamitra told Rama Lakshmana, so you have to wake up. So he told Kausalya Supraja Rama. He woke Rama up. So since then, Rama, if he's a good, what should I say, a good boy or a good student, what he should do? You should not make your guru repeat his instruction second time, But again here, Vishwamitra is having to wake up Rama. So what does it show? So I thought about this, and I have this is something that we have seen earlier also. But I remembered a shloka, so I thought I will tell that shloka to the extent that I remember. Very nice shloka. It's a shloka on Krishna, but you can apply it here also. So it's not that Rama was lazy or something, or he was already too tired because they slept late in the night, and therefore he's now not waking up on time, and therefore Vishwamitra woke up and then he's saying, hey, it's getting late, wake up, and things like that. It's just that Vishwamitra wanted to see the early morning beauty of Rama, nothing more. So you should take it like that. So what was that shloka? Pratasmarami Dadighosha Vinita Nidram Nidravasana Ramaniya Mukhanuragam. There is a shloka like that Nimbarkacharya wrote. So Unnidra Padmanayanam. So something like that. Unnidra Padmanayanam Navaneeradabham Hridyanavadya Lalananchita Vamabhagam. I think that's how the shloka is. So he wrote one stotra, Radha Krishna Stavaraja, something like that. So in that he says, so Krishna has a particular kind of beauty. So that beauty I meditate upon early morning. So Pratasmarami Dadhighosha Vinita Nidram. So this Nidra of that baby Krishna, how that Nidra is being displaced by the churning of Dadhi, that is curd. They are all Gopalas, so cowherd people. Early morning Yashoda will wake up and start churning for butter. And that churning sound, because of that sound, that churning sound is supposed to bring up butter, but it has disturbed the sleep of this Krishna. So Pratar Smarami Dadhi Ghosha Vinita Nidram. So that Nidra is being disturbed by the Dadhi Ghosha, Dadhi Manthana Ghosha. In Suprabhatam also it comes. So Dadhi Manthana Tivra Ghoshaha Roshat Kalim Vidhadate, etc. There's a shloka like that. So that it's the same meaning there also, that churning of the butter has disturbed that baby's sleep, and he wakes up, and that time there is a particular beauty. So Nidravasana Ramaniya Mukhanuraga is a particular beauty to Krishna's face. Ramaniya Mukhanuragam. Anuragam here means so beauty, so that which captures the heart. So that is very what should I say, captivating beauty it is. When you see when he is just losing his sleep and coming back to consciousness. So Nidravasana Ramaniya Mukhanuragam. His beauty is something exceptional when you see that when he is just coming back to consciousness. So, and that is he's coming back to waking state, whatever. So Nidra Padmanayanam. So his Padmanayanam, so lotus eyes are opening up. From sleep. Unnidra Padmanayanam Navaneeradabham. So his complexion is like that fresh cloud, dark rain cloud. So incidentally, I don't know how is it in your place here today. I don't know. So by 5:15, 5:30, it became very dark due to cloud things. Been raining also. So something like that. The dark cloud hued he is, and Hridyanavadya Lalananchita Vamabhagam. So that Hridya and Anavadya. Hridya is very beautiful, and Anavadya is without any blemish. So that Lalana, he has one girlfriend, Radha Devi. So Lalana, that lady, Lalananchita Vamabhagam, his Vamabhaga, his left portion, there is also this Radha Devi. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say that Nidravasana Ramaniya Mukhanuragam, Vishwamitra also wanted to see once more, he wanted to see that early morning beauty of Rama. So in temples, specifically in Kerala temples, you have something called Nirmalya Darshanam. Early morning, they open temples very early. By 3:34, they open temples. By 8:30 in the morning, they close off the temples. 9 o'clock, if you go, there is no more darshan. It's like that. And then they open 4 o'clock in the evening, something like that. So that Nirmalya Darshanam perhaps he wanted to have Vishwamitra. So he woke up early on purpose. He woke up earlier than the time that he's supposed to be waking up. And he woke up and he saw Rama losing his, he's coming back to waking, and then Vishwamitra also spoke because he's already awake. He's speaking. He wanted to see that waking up, kind of face of Rama. Therefore, he's waking up Rama. That way you can take it. So just some kind of, bhava you can add. So I've added all this. So what did Vishwamitra say? Vishwamitro Abhyabhashata. So Vishwamitra Abhyabhashata. What did he say? Suprabhata Nisharama Purva Sandhya Pravartate Uttishtottishta Bhadrante Gamanaya Bhirochaya. So this Bhadramte, by now you must have caught, it's Valmiki's very often used expression. Almost everybody says Bhadramte. Villain, hero, everybody says Bhadramte. May good happen to you, may good happen to you. Devatas say to human beings say to Devatas. So Shishya say to Guru, Guru says to Shishya, father tells to son, son tells to father. Bhadramte is some kind of a very often used expression in Valmiki's Ramayana. That's how people used to speak, I suppose. So that's how Valmiki put it there. So Bhadramte, may good happen to you, hey Rama. Suprabhata Nisha. So Nisha has given way to morning. Nisha Suprabhata is night has dawned. That is, night is giving way to early morning. So Purva Sandhya Pravartate. So that early morning. So Eastern Sandhya is rising. So Eastern horizon is kind of, so sun is rising in the eastern horizon. That's the meaning. Here Shiromanikara says Purva Sandhya Pravartate also means that, so it is dawning, night is dawning. How is it dawning? It is dawning by reminding you that you have to do your early morning Sandhya Vandana. So Pravartate, he says, you take it as Pravartayat. So Pravartayati, Pravartate, you take as Pravartayati, that is Utthatum Prerayati Tyarthaha. So morning, it is dawning. How is it dawning? It is dawning by inspiring you to do your wake up and do your Sandhya Vandanam. That way you can take. The standard meaning is Purva Sandhya Pravartate is that, that eastern horizon, there is, so sun is rising in the eastern horizon. Uttishtottishta. So hey, wake up, Rama, wake up. Gamanaya Abhirochaya. So Gamanaya Abhirochaya. Gamanaya means to go, for going. Abhirochaya is take interest. So take interest in going. That is, be prepared now. You have to wake up, do your Sandhya Vandanam, and we all have to go. See, like I told this earlier also, he misses Valmiki misses no opportunity to show that these people have done Sandhya Vandanam early morning. So this is I told this before also, this is that Kanta Sammitataya, he does not say, Valmiki has so far never said that all of you have to do Sandhya Vandanam early in the morning, or he doesn't say, he did Sandhya Vandanam and he got this punyam, something like that. He doesn't do any such canvassing. He just says Rama did Sandhya Vandanam every morning. He woke up and did Sandhya Vandanam. See, that is the Kanta Sammita. He's hinting at that we all have to do, but directly he's not saying it. He's inspiring us to do that. So Uttishtottishta Bhadrante Gamanaya Bhirochaya Tachrutva Vachanam Tasya Krita Purvanhika Kriyaha Gamanam Rochayamasa Vakyam Chedam Uvachaha. So Tachrutva Vachanam, that Vishwamitrasya Vachanam Shrutva, having heard those words of Vishwamitra, Tasya, so Tasya Vishwamitrasya Tadvachanam. So of that Vishwamitra, those words he heard. So of that Vishwamitra means what kind of Vishwamitra? Vishwamitra who's already woken up and he is now waking him up. That Vishwamitra's, those words he heard. Those words means that which he just spoke, that Rama, it is morning, please wake up. So Tasya Vishwamitrasya Tat. So Tat means this Uttishtottishta iti Tad Vachanam Shrutva Krita Purvanhika Kriyaha. This is an adjective to Rama. Rama who has done his Purvanhika Kriya. So one who has finished his early morning Sandhya Vandanam, etc. Such a Rama, what did he do? Gamanam Rochayamasa. He took up interest in going forward. Rochayamasa is Iesha. That is, he took interest in going. So he decided to, now they all decided that it's time to go. Gamanam Rochayamasa. Vakyam Chedam Uvachaha. So they all decided to go, and then he also spoke the following words. So Rama spoke the following words. Ayam Shona Shubhajalo Gadhav Pulinamanditaha Katarena Patha Brahman santarishyamahe vayam. So I am Shonaha, this Shona only Shonaha. Okay, Shona is Strilinga, Shonaha is Pullinga. But never mind, Shona, this Shona Nadi is, so this I am Shonaha, Shubha Jalaha. It is very having, so having auspicious waters. Auspicious waters you can take, it has clear waters, or it can also mean that those waters are such that if you take bath in it, it will purify your sins. So that is Shubha Jalaha. So Agadhaha, Agadhaha is the patha that Tilakakara has taken. The other two people have taken Gadhaha. Gadhaha means shallow, not very deep. Agadhaha means very deep. The opposite. Here is used in the opposite sense. So Agadhaha, very deep waters of this Shona. So Pulina Manditaha. Pulina is, those sand, what should I say? Sand dunes on the river banks. So Pulina is those sand grains that is there on the river banks. Pulina Manditaha. There's a lot of sand on the banks of this river Shrona. Katarena patha tarishyamahe. So vayam tarishyamahe. Hey Brahman, hey Brahmarshi. Katarena patha vayam tarishyamahe. By which path should we be going? So Katarena here means, Katarena means which amongst the two. When two are there, then you say Katarena patha. Katarena you use when you have to choose between two. So Katarena patha gamishyamahe. So by which path should we go? Hey Brahman, by which path should we be going? So this shows that perhaps there were two paths there in the river. Sometimes you can see like that. There are some shallow portions, some deep portions. That way you can take, or you can take that even when it is shallow. See, so Tilakakara has taken deep. So waters are deep. So there are two ways marked perhaps. So how to go, or you can say, okay, there is one way to swim and go, and one way to build a bridge and go, something like that. You should take. There are two ways to go. So which way should we be going? Very interesting answer Vishwamitra will give later. We will see. So Katarena patha, hey Brahman, Katarena patha vayam tarishyamahe. Tarishyamahe, we should cross over. So how should we be crossing over this Nadi, this Shona Nadi, which is all has auspicious waters and very deep waters it has. So Agadhaha, if you take, it means deep waters. If you just take Gadhaha, then it becomes Gadhaha, therefore Pulina Manditaha, or Pulina Manditaha, therefore Gadhaha. That is, Gadha is very shallow, not deep. This is the alternate pata. So Gadhaha, not very deep, and therefore you can see the river bed also. That's the meaning of Pulina Manditaha. If you take Agadhaha, then Pulina Manditaha should be the description of the banks of the river. एवं मुक्तस्तु रामेण विश्वामित्रो ब्रवीदिदम् एष पन्था मयोद्दिष्टो येन यान्ति महर्षयः. So Vishwamitra is telling, एवं मुक्तस्तु रामेण, when Rama had said like that, while Rama said like that, Vishwamitro bravididam. So idam abravit. So Vishwamitraha idam abravit. He spoke the following words. What did he say? So this is also again Kanta Samhita. So esha pantha mayodishtaha yena yanti maharshayah. So I have decided this to be the marga through which Maharshis have gone. That is, the marga through which Maharshis have gone, that will be the marga for us also. Esha pantha mayodishtaha. Esha pantha uddishtaha. So this path has been decided by me. So what is that path? Yena yanti maharshayaha. That path through which Maharshis have traveled, in that path let us travel. He's talking about the path for crossing the river, but he's talking about the river path that is to be crossed. You can also take it to mean that, generally in life, so Mahajano yena gatasya pantha. This is from Mahabharata. So that we should take that path through which Maharshis or elders, Mahatmas have traveled. That path we should take. Now there is another verse here which is not there in Tilakakara. This chapter has some verse numbering problems. There are some verses which are there in Tilaka and not there in the other pathas, other vyakhyas. There are some verses which are not there in Tilaka but there in other vyakhyas. This next verse Eva Mukta Maharshayaha, that is not there in Tilaka's patha. Eva Mukta Maharshayo Vishwamitre Nadhimata Pashyantaste Prayata Vai Banani Vividhani Cha. So Eva Mukta Maharshayaha. So Vishwamitrena Dhimata Vishwamitrena Eva Muktaha Maharshayaha. So these Maharshis who have been thusly spoken to by that intelligent Vishwamitra. So Vishwamitrena Dhimata, by that intelligent Vishwamitra, Eva Muktaha, who have been told like this. Those Maharshis who have been told like this by that Vishwamitra, what did they do? Pashyantaste Prayatavai. So Pashyantaha Prayataha. Pashyantaha Prayataha means so seeing they went. So how to translate this? I have to put it in Telugu and Tamil. For Tamil in say, so Parthunde Ponar. So ala చూస్తూ వెళ్ళారు we say in Telugu. So they seeing they went. Pashyantaha prayataha means so they were seeing as they were going. That is, they were looking here and there and walking. So they were nicely enjoying the beauty of the path and walking. That way we can understand. Pashyantaha te prayataha vanani vividhani cha. What did they see? So what did they see? They saw vanani vividhanicha, various forests they saw on their path, and they were enjoying the beauty, the scenery, and that so they went in that marga. So in the same maharshis which marga they went, the same marga these people also went. ते गत्वा दूरमध्वानं गतेर्ध दिवसे तदा जाह्नवीं सरितां श्रेष्ठां ददुर्षुः मुनिसेवितां. Say so they दूरमध्वानं gatva. So for a very long path they went. How long did they go? Gateردha divase. So they went for half a day. They were walking early morning after Sandhya Vandanam. They started walking, and half a day they walked. And just a second, I have to attend to the door. Give me So they have been walking for half a day. They have been walking, and after that they have reached a particular place. Te duram adhvanam gatva. So duram means adhvanam means path. So duram adhvanam gatva means for a long path they went. How far did they go? That he is telling by time. Ardha divase gate. Tada ardha divase gate. That is, they were walking, and that way when half a day was spent, then Janhavim Saritam Shreshtham Dadrushuhu. So Munisevitam Saritam Shreshtham Janhavim Dadrushuhu. So they saw Dadrushuhu, they all saw. What did they see? Munisevitam Saritam Shreshtham Janhavim. So they saw that Janhavi Nadi Ganga, Janhavi another name for Ganga. They saw that Ganga Nadi, which is Munisevitam. So Munisevita is so that which is worshipped by Munis, etc. Saritam Shreshtham. Sarita is that which is flowing. So a river. So that which is the best amongst rivers, that Ganga. Muni Sevitam, that which is worshipped by all Munis, that Ganga these people saw. So from Shona they walked for half a day, and then they reached the banks of river Ganga. Tam Drishtva Punyasalilam Hamsasara Sasevitam Babhuvur Munayas Sarve Mudita Saharagavaha. So Tam Punyasalilam Hamsasara Sasevitam Drishtva Sarve Munayaha Muditaha Saharagavaha Babhu. So Saharagavaha Sarve Munayaha Muditaha Babhuvuhu. So tam means that Gangam Drishtva, having seen. So what kind of Ganga? Punya Salilam. So Ganga, we know, all of us know, if you take a bath in Ganga, it says it cleanses your sins. So Punya Salilam. Salila means water. So Punya Salila is also so very what should I say? Punya waters. So Hamsa Sarasa Sevitam. Hamsa is a swan. Sarasa is another Pakshi. Sarasa Pakshi. So Sarasa itself shows that in all water bodies that Pakshi is Saras. So that which stays in Saras is perhaps Sarasa. So this particular Pakshi that stays in water bodies. So this Hamsa, Sarasa, all these things, all those birds are. So Hamsa Sarasa Sevitam means that which is worshipped by Hamsa and Sarasa you should not take. That is, Hamsa Sarasas have made it their abode. That's the meaning. So they stay in that waters. Hamsa Sarasa Sevitam Gangam. So Sarve Munayaha, all those Munis. So all those Munis means not just the Munis, even both the Raghavas also, Rama Lakshmanas also. So all the Munis along with Rama Lakshmana, Mudita Babhuvuhu, they became very happy on seeing that Ganga. Tasyas tire tada sarve chakrur vasa parigraham tatah snatva yatha nyayam santapya pitrudevataha hutva chaivagnihotrani prasya chamritavadhavihi विविशुर्जाह्नवी तीरे शुभा मुदितमानसाः विश्वामित्रं महात्मानं परिवार्य समन्ततः विशिष्टाश्च यथा न्यायं विष्ठिताश्च यथा न्यायं राघवो च यथार्हतः संप्रहृष्टमना रामो विश्वामित्रमथाब्रवीत्. So in this I have read all of them together because there are some, so it's there here, it's not there, such kind of issues are there in all these shlokas and the numbering problems are there. We'll see all of these shlokas together as a set. So tasyas tire tada sarve. So sarve munayaha, all those munis, tasyas tire, that is Gangayaha tire, on the banks of that Ganga Nadi, Tada. Tada means after seeing, they all became happy. Now, okay, what to do next? Something has to be done. They all have to stay there. So, only half day it has reached. No, usually they walk for one full day, and night, wherever they reach, there they stop. But today they have reached Ganga. That half day they are breaking. Why? Because on Ganga Nadi Tira, they have some works to do that he will describe. So because they have to stay there, then Vasa Parigraham Chakruhu. So Vasa Parigraham means they have accepted that Ganga banks to be their Vasasthana. Parigraham means to accept, to take, and Vasa Parigraham means to take it as their abode, to make it as their abode, to take or accept it as their abode. What should you do? So you should clean up the banks a little, put up some place to stay, some tents, etc. So all that they did. That's the meaning. Vasa Parigraham Chakruhu means they made it fit enough for them to stay there for some time. So Vasa Parigraham Chakruhu, that these people have nicely explained. So Vasa Parigraham Shiromanikara. So first of all, Tilakakara is telling Vasa Parigraham is Sammarjanadina Avasasthanam Chakruhu. So Sammarjana is cleansing. Take a broom and start cleaning the place. So Sammarjanadina Nivasasthanam Chakruhu. They made it their abode by cleaning up the place. What Shiromanikara is telling, so Vasa Parigraham means Vasasya Vasasthanasya Parigraham Swikaram. So Vasasya Parigraham. So Vasasya Nivasasthanasya Parigraham Swikaram. So Vasasya means so the place to stay, and Parigraham means Swikaram. They accepted it to be the place for their stay. Once they have decided that is a place they have to stay, and they cleaned up the place also, that you should add. So Govindaraja is telling Avasaya Parigrihyataha, that is, they all accepted it. Ityavasa Parigraha. So Avasa Parigraha means that which has been accepted for staying. Anyway, that same meaning, they all decided that they are going to stay there, and then they cleaned up the place. They sweep the place, etc. So Avasa Parigraham Chakruhu. Tataha, after that, Snatva Yathanyayam Snatva Yathanyayam Pitrudevata Santarpya. So they took bath according to whatever is the ritual, established practice there. So in Ganga Tira, you do some sankalpa, etc., and then take bath. So that they did. And then Yathanyayam Pitrudevata Santarpyacha. So Santarpya, so they Pitrudevatas Santarpyas, they please the Pitrudevatas. How do you do Pitrudevata? How do you please Pitrudevatas? So all that Pindadanam, etc. you do. So you welcome Pitrudevatas, Ayata Pitaraha, Somyehi, Gambhirehi, Pathibihi. There are mantras like that. You invoke the Pitrudevatas. After all that is over, then Uttishta Pitaraha, Somyehi, Gambhirehi, same mantra. So the same mantra you send. So same mantra means one word is changed. So Ayata means come, and Uttishta means so please get up. Get up means go. That's the meaning. You don't say go. Hey Pitrudevatas, go back. You don't say. You just say Uttishta Pitaraha. So hey Pitrus, so wake, so stand up from so get up from there. That's the meaning. Anyway, all those mantras you use, you welcome and do all those Pinda Pradhanam, etc. And then they did all that according to Yathanyayam, that is according to the Shastras. They did that Pitru Karyam, etc. And then Hutva Chaivagnihotrani. So other Agnihotra, by the time maybe it was evening, so evening Agnihotra Karyas, all that they did. Agnihotrani Hutva Prashya Chamrutavat Havihi. Or maybe some special kind of Agnihotras you have to do on the banks of Ganga. They did all that. And then that Havis was there, whatever. So Havis is the leftover food after you do. So Havis is the offering that you offer in the Agni, and whatever is left over, Prasada. So Havis, that Havihi, they had Prashya Amrutavad Havihi. They had that Yajna Sesha. How did they have it? So it was like Amrita. So that Yajna Sesha for them tasted like Amrita. So Prashya Havihi Amritavat Havihi Prashya. So they partook of the Yajna Sesha as though it is like Amrita for them. And then Vivishur Jahnavi Tire. So all this they did. They had bath, they cleaned the place, they had bath, they did Pitru Karyas, then they did the Agnihotra, then the Yajna Sesha they had, and then Vivishuhu, Jahnavi Tire, Vivishuhu. They stayed. So they spent that time on the banks of river Ganga. Jahnavi Tire, Vivishuhu. Shubha Mudita Manasa. They are all very very auspicious antahkarana they themselves are, and Mudita Manasaha, very happy mind they are all. Shubha, they are all very auspicious people, holy, pious people, and Mudita Manasaha. And then Vishwamitram Mahatmanam Parivarya Samantataha. So they served Vishwamitra, and they encircled Vishwamitra and sat in front of him. So Vishwamitram Mahatmanam Parivarya. Parivarya is, so Parivarya should be they surrounded him and sat, I think. So Parivarya, or maybe they worshipped him. So wait a minute. Parivarya, it's not given here. Okay.
It is
So
given as
Parivarya, sorry.
here it is given as surrounding only.
Surrounding. So Parivaryas, they surrounded him and sat there. Samantataha Parivaryas, all around him, they sat. Many Maharshis were there. They sat surrounding him. And Vishtitascha Yathanyayam. So Parivarya Vishtitaha, that's the meaning. They surrounded and sat there. So Parivarya Vishtitascha Yathanyayam. So Yathanyayam is whatever is their office. Elder Maharshis sit in the front, younger people sit back. Something like that should be there, I suppose. So they all sat like that. Raghava Ucha Yatharhataha. So these Raghava princes, Rama and Lakshmana, they also finished all that karyas, that is all whatever they have to do, Sandhyavandana, etc. they did, and Yatharhataha, they also sat down in some appropriate place. Then Samprakrishta Mana Ramo Vishwamitram Athabravit. So this Rama, so he is also very happy seeing Ganga. He must have heard stories about Ganga. Now he's seeing it also, and if you believe in the Yoga Vasishta story, then of course he had darshan of all those places. But anyway, whether he's seeing it for the first time or again and again, Ganga is always captivating. How many ever times you see. So he is also now happy. He's seeing Ganga, very captivating river. Therefore, Samprahrishta Mana. So he is very happy. With that happy mind, Ramaha Vishwamitra Mathabravit. He spoke the following words to Vishwamitra. What did he say? Bhagavan Shrotumichhami Gangam Tripathagam Nadim Trailokyam Kathamakramya Gata Nada Nadipatim. So this Nada Nadipatim, again, this is Vyasa Valmiki's what should I say, stamp verse. You will see again Nada Nadipatim, he will say. So Nada means small rivers. So rivulets, and Nadi is a river. Pati is the lord of these rivers, and so Pati is the lord of all water bodies here. So small and big water bodies, rivers, rivulets. So the Pati, or the lord of those people, that is Sagara. So he's asking, please tell me the story of Ganga. How did it come to earth, and how did it go to, from Akasha it came to earth, from earth it is going to reaching the ocean. So all that story you tell me. Bhagavan, hey Bhagavan Vishwamitra, Gangam Shrotum Ichhami. Gangam Shrotum Ichhami means Ganga Vishayakam. So Sarvam Akhyatam, so Shrotum Ichhami. So Sarvam Akhyayikam Shrotum Ichhami. All the story about that Ganga, I want to know, I desire to know. So what kind of Ganga? Tripathagam Nadim. So Gangam Nadim, this is Tripathagam. Tripathaga is, Ganga is called Tripathaga for various reasons. So it says, so there is one Akasha Ganga, and there is a Ganga that we see on earth, and there is one Patala Ganga, one Ganga that is going into Patala. Therefore Tripathaga. So three pathas it is going by three paths. Therefore Tripathaga. So patha and path, the same word. So Tripathagam Nadim. Or in the story we will see here, so Ganga is the daughter of Himavan. Then from Himavan's place she goes to Brahmaloka. From Brahmaloka again she comes to earth. So all that kind of interpretations are there. Why Ganga is called Tripathaga? The famous stories are these two. These two versions are there. So to Brahmaloka, then to whatever Brahmanda, and then to coming to earth, such stories are there. Anyway, Tripathaga, the most popular story anyways, Akasha Ganga. So so Ganga that we see on this Bhuloka, and then Patala Ganga. That Tripathagam Nadim, that story of Ganga being Tripathaga, that I want to know. So Trailokyam Katham Akramya Gata Nada Nadipatim. How did it go? How did it first of all engulf the three worlds, and then it went and merged with the Nada Nadipati. Nada Nadipati is the lord of all these water bodies, which is ocean. So Trailokyam Kathama, how did it Akramya, how did it pervade all the three lokas? So how did it pervade all the three lokas? By being Tripathaga, by going to Swarga Loka, by going to Bhuloka, and by going to Patala Loka. It has pervaded all the three lokas. So Katham Akramya Gata, where she reached, so she merged. Whom did she merge in? So Nada Nadipatim Gata. So she went and merged into the Nada Nadipati, that is ocean. So Chodita Ramavakyena Vishwamitro Mahamunihi Vruddhim Janma Chagangaya Bhaktum Evo Pachakrame. So Ramavakyena Choditaha, pushed by Rama's words, or instigated, whatever, or inspired by Rama's words. So Chodita literally means, so Chodana actually means, literally it means to push you into action. Okay, so Chodita Ramavakyena Vishwamitra Mahamunihi, that Mahamuni Vishwamitra. So he was pushed by Rama's words, and then he started Vaktum evopachakrame, he started speaking. So Vaktum upachakrame, he started speaking following words. What did he speak about? Gangayaha vridhim janmacha, or you should take Gangayaha janma vridhimcha. So how was Ganga born and how did it go to all these places? That story he started telling. So now he's telling the story of Himavan. Shailendro Himavan Rama Dhatunam Akaro Mahan Tasya Kanya Dvayam Rama Rupena Pratimam Bhuvi. So Himavan, hey Rama, Himavan, Shailendraha, Himavan. So hey Rama, there was this lord of all mountains called Himavan, and Dhatunam Akaro Mahan. So he is a great repository of all minerals. So Dhatus means minerals, or you can take all these ores, you know, these gold, silver, all those things. So that's how Himalayas is described. So all precious metals. So Himavan is the ore. So all these ore, what should I say? All these precious metals you can find in Himalayas. That's the meaning. So treasure. He is the great Mahan Akaraha. Dhatunam Mahan Akaraha. He is a great treasure trove of all these minerals. Dhatus are minerals also. Even Kalidasa describes Himavan exactly. If you take out Kumara Sambhavam, it starts with the description of Himalayas, and exactly this is how he also describes. So Girihi, Gairika Dhatubhihi, etc. He describes how Himalayas has all these precious metals, etc. Minerals, etc. Tasya means that Himavan had Kanya Dvayam, two daughters he had. He Rama, Tasya Kanya Dvayam. So he had two daughters. Rupena Pratimam Bhuvi. How are those two daughters? They are matchless in their beauty on this entire earth. So Bhuvi Rupena Pratimam Kanya Dvayam Tasya Staha. So he had two daughters whose beauty is unmatched on this earth. And then या मेरु दुहिता राम तयोर माता सुमध्यमा नामना मेना मनोज्ञा वै पत्नी हिमवतः प्रिया. So या मेरोर दुहिता मेरु दुहिता. So Tayor Mata Sumadhyama. So the mother of those two daughters. So that mother of those two daughters, Sumadhyama. Sumadhyama means she has a very slender waist, a very slender middle part of the body. Okay. So Sumadhyama Tayor Mata, the mother of those two daughters, she is Meru Duhita. Ya Meru Duhita Sa Tayor Mata. That's the meaning. So she who is the daughter of Meru, she is the mother of those two kanyas, those two daughters. Ya Meru Duhita Sa Tayor Mata Sumadhyama Mena Namna Mena. So her name is called Mena. Manognya Vai Patni Himavataha. Himavataha Patni, she is the wife of Himavan, and Priya Himavataha Patni also. She is very dear to Himavan also. And Manognya, she knows the heart of Himavan. So Manognya is, you can say, so she knows the heart, or she knows the thoughts, or whatever is there in her husband Himavan's minds, that she knows. Manognya also means very beautiful to see, I think. So some kind of meaning, such thing is there. But Manognya literally means one who knows the heart of Himavan, or the heart of the person. So anybody can be Manognya. Anybody who knows, any lady who knows my mind is Manognya, and any person who knows my mind is called Manognya. So one who knows, so whatever Manas Janati iti Manognya, etc. So he knows our thoughts. So she knows her husband's thoughts very well. So her name is Mena. So there are two daughters to this Mena and Himavan. What are their names? Tasyam Gangeyam सुतस्यां गंगेयम भवत् ज्येष्ठा हिमवतः सुता उमा नाम द्वितीया भूत् कन्या तस्यैव राघव तस्यां मेनायां. So through that Mena, this Himavan had a Jyeshtha Suta. So Himavataha Jyeshtha Suta, the elder daughter of this Himavan, her name is Iyam Ganga. This Ganga that Rama you are seeing in front of you, she is the elder daughter of that Himavan through that Mena. And then Uma Nama Dvitiya Bhut Kanya Tasyaiva Raghava. So Tasya Himavatasyaiva or Menayahaiva. So this second daughter of that Mena and Himavan is called Uma. Uma Nama Dvitiya Bhut. So there was a second daughter to them called Uma. This Uma is nothing but Parvati Devi. Okay. So Uma is Uma Haimavati. So I think I told this earlier also, is one goddess that is there in the Upanishads itself. In Kena Upanishad, we get the story of this Uma Haimavati as the teacher of Brahma Vidya. She teaches Brahma Vidya to Indra in Kena Upanishad. So this is the same Uma. So that Uma Nama Dvitiya Bhut Kanya Tasyaiva Raghava. So hey Raghava. So they had this, the name of that second daughter of Himavan and Mena is Uma. अथ ज्येष्ठां सुरा सर्वे देवकार्य चिकीर्षया शैलेन्द्रं वरयामासु वरयामासुर्गंगां त्रिपथगां नदीं. So अथ ज्येष्ठां, that so सर्वे सुराः देवकार्य चिकीर्षया, all the devatas for achieving the work of the devatas. So devakarya chikirshaya, for the sake of achieving the desired objective of devatas, what did they do? Sarve suraha, all the suras, all the devatas. So Shailendram Jyeshtham Varayamasuhu. So they went to that Shailendra Himavan and Jyeshtham Varayamasu. They went and asked for that Ganga, that Jyeshtha Putri, that Jyeshtham Gangam Varayamasuhu. They asked for that Ganga. Whom did they ask for? They asked for Ganga so that they can get her married to Shiva. That's the meaning. Or later, all that story will come later, where Shiva's Virya, this Ganga, is able to hold in her. So for that sake of that, these devatas went and asked to that Himavan Shailendra for the. They asked for Ganga, his elder daughter Ganga. They asked for. So Shailendram Varayamasuhu Gangam Tripathagam Nadin. So back then her name was something else actually. So Kutila, her name was Kutila. From other Puranas they are telling. So she is not yet Ganga. But by then her name was Kutila. They went and asked Himavan for that Kutila so that she can. So they have some purpose in mind for Devakarya Siddhi. Therefore they went to that Himavan and asked for her. Asked him to give her to them so that they have some purpose to be solved through her. So she is not yet Nadi, but Tripathagam Nadi, she is going to be in the future Tripathaga Nadi. So Valmiki is addressing her, or Vishwamitra is calling her as Tripathaga Nadi by keeping the future events in mind. See, by the time of Vishwamitra's events, already she is Tripathaga Nadi, but by the time at the time when these devatas went to Himavan, she is not yet Tripathaga Nadi. Anyway, Dadau Dharmena Himavan Stanayam Loka Pavanim Swachanda Pathagam Gangam Trailokya Hitakamyaya. So that Dharmena Dadau. So somebody very dharmically comes and asks you, you should never say no. That is Govindaraja is quoting some Smriti. If somebody is asking you for a dharmic thing, you should never reject it. Just give them immediately. So Dharmena Dadau. Himavan Tanayam Lokapavanim Dharmena Dadau. So they asked with dharma, and he also with dharmic intent he gave. Dadau, he gave. Whom did he give? Tanayam Lokapavani, his daughter, who can purify this entire world. So that daughter he gave Dadau, and she is Swachanda Pathagam. So she is Swachanda Pathaga. She can go wherever she wants. She can travel in sky, on earth, or Patala. That's how she became Tripathaga. So how could she be Tripathaga? How can something travel in sky? So she can travel because she is Swachanda Pathagam. Swachanda means, so my own desire. Chanda here means desire. My own Svecha, that's the meaning. Swachanda means Svecha. Wherever I desire to go, there I can go. That kind of power she had. Swachanda Pathagam. So whatever path I want to go in, I can go in. That Gangam Trailokya Hitakamya. So why did he also give? Because they came and asked, this is for Devakaryartha Siddhi, for the welfare of all the three worlds. So therefore he also, for the welfare of all the three worlds, he gave that Ganga. प्रतिगृह्य त्रिलोकार्थं त्रिलोकहितकांक्षिणः गंगामादायते गच्छन् कृतार्थेनान्तरात्मना. So त्रिलोकार्थं प्रतिगृह्य, they asked for the sake of Triloka Samrakshana. Himavan also gave them for the sake of Triloka Samrakshana. They accepted also again for the sake of Triloka Samrakshana. So Trilokartham Pratigruhya. So see, sometimes we ask for something with some intent, some background intent, we don't reveal it. After we get the thing, then we act upon our original intentions. They are not like that. They asked for dharma's sake, they got it for dharma's sake, they took it also for dharma's sake. So Trilokartham Pratigruhya Triloka Hitakangshinaha. These devatas who are Triloka Hitakangshinaha, these devatas are always desirous of the welfare of all the three worlds. What did they do? Ganga Madaya. Say they took Ganga with her. So Pratigruhyas, they took her means they accepted her, and then along with her they went. Ganga Madaya, they took Ganga along with her. Te Gachan Kritarthenantaratmana. So Ganga Madaya, Te Ganga Madaya Agachan. So they took Ganga along with her and went away. Where did they go? To Brahmaloka. From Puranantaras, that story is there. I will tell you briefly. Kritarthenantaratmana. So they went with a very happy, satisfied, fulfilled heart. They have fulfilled the purpose with which they have come. So with that Kritarthenantaratmana, they went away. So Tilakakara is telling, so it seems Tilakakara wrote a book called Ganga Mahatmya Prakasha. So he is writing some elaborate commentary and saying the rest of these details, please refer to the book called Ganga Mahatmya, which I have written. So he is telling Vistaram Vistarastvasmatkrita Ganga Mahatmya Prakashe Drashtavya. The Ganga Mahatmya Prakasha book that has been written by us. Please go and refer to that book he's telling. But briefly, he's giving some story. That is, these people. So in the future, the Shiva's Tejas has to be held by somebody. So Brahma. So these devatas take this Kutila to Brahma's Loka and says we thought that she will be the very appropriate person to hold on to Shiva's Tejas, and but Brahmaji says no, she's not capable of all that. Then she says no, I am capable, I will be able to do. And then Gangaji, Brahmaji, he curses. So I know better or you know better. I know better, and I am saying you will not be able to carry. So Brahma's intention was in this form you will not be able to carry. So he says go and become a river on Brahmandanta Kataha. So on the so Brahmanda, these Puranikas take it literally. Brahmanda is literally, there is a egg like, this universe is like egg shaped, and on the top portion of that, so there is a huge vessel, Kataha, huge vessel is there. In that she flows as the river there. And then to make the long story short, what happens? So when Vamanavatara, Vamana's leg goes to Brahmaloka, and that water, that vessel, that water which is there in that huge vessel, that Brahmandanta, Brahmaji collects water from that in his Kamandalu and does Abhishek or whatever, he cleanses Vishnu's path, Vishnu's feet, who comes as Vamana. Then he collects back that water in his Kamandalu. This water in Brahma's Kamandalu is thrice blessed. So okay, what way it is blessed? First of all, he took water from that Brahmandanta Kataha, then he washed Vishnu's feet, so that he put it back in his whatever Kamandalu. Then again what happened? It seems after Shiva and Parvati got married, all this story he's telling. I'm just entertaining you with the story if you like. So when Shiva and Parvati, after they got married, one day Shiva and Parvati were in a playful mood. So Parvati goes and closes Shiva's two eyes with her two hands, and then she says, okay, guess who, something like that. Then Shiva opens his third eye. So with third eye, he's seeing, and then by seeing that form, that third eye, Parvati precipitates. She sweats, out of fear, and there's some sweat that forms in her hands. That sweat also, it seems, Brahmaji collected in that same Kamandalu. And later, when Bhagiratha came and asked for Ganga, this water, Ganga's water, the sweat, everything together, he gave to Bhagiratha. That's the story, it seems. All this he has decided from various Puranas, and he has come to this conclusion that this Kamandalu water which Brahmaji has, it has all these elements in it. All this I have discussed in detail in Ganga Mahatmya Prakasha. Go and refer to history. For our story here, what serves is that these devatas took her to Brahmaloka from Himavan. Anyway, Ya Chanya Shaila Duhita. Now whatever, so the first daughter story has been told. Later this Ganga story will come in very elaborate detail. It will come later. And then Prapta, so the context has come. Now people might ask, okay, what happened to that second daughter? That also briefly he is telling. Even that story will come here later. But very briefly he is telling the second daughter story also. Ya Chanya Shaila Duhita Kanyasi Draghunandana Ugram Suvratamastaya Tapastepe Tapodhana उग्रेण तपसा युक्तां ददौ शैलवरस्सुतां रुद्राया प्रतिरूपाय उमां लोकनमस्कृतां. So ya Chanya Shaila Duhita, the other so the other daughter of this Himavan. Shaila Duhita means Shailasya Duhita, Himavataha Duhita, the daughter of this Himavan. Anya, the other one. So Ganga has been talked about. The other Shaila Duhita, who's Uma. So Shaila Duhita Kanyasi Raghunandana. Hey Raghunandana, she's there, another Kanya is there, another daughter is there. What did she do? Ugram Suvratam Asthaya Tapastepe Tapodhana. So she took up a very fierce resolve. Ugram Suvratam. So great Vratam or a resolve she took, very fierce. Ugram Suvratam she took. Asthaya, having accepted it, she was sitting in Tapastepe Tapodhana. That Tapodhana. So Tapastepe, very fierce tapa she under Tapastepe means she scorched herself in the tapa. That's the literal meaning. So she undertook a very severe tapas. And then the Tapodhana means her wealth is her tapas only. That lady, what happened? Ugrena tapasa yuktam dadau Shailavara sutam. That Shailavaraha, that Himavan, so this Sutam, his daughter, who is Ugrena tapasa yuktam, who's now endowed with this great Ugra tapas. So whom did he give to? Rudraya pratirupaya dadau. He gave that Uma in marriage to Rudra. So why did he give in marriage to Rudra only? Because he's Apratirupaya. He's equal to her in his capability, She did such great Ugra tapas she did, and this person's name only is Ugra, So one of the names of Shiva in Vedas is Ugra. So Ugra, Rudra, he is also called. So he's also done great tapasya. His fiercity embodied, you know. Therefore, he gave this fierce tapas-filled lady in marriage to the Rudra. Umam Loka Namaskritam. She is Uma, who's worshipped by everybody in this world. Such a daughter, that Uma, he gave in marriage to Rudra. एते ते शैलराजस्य सुते लोकनमस्कृते गंगा च सरितां श्रेष्ठा उमा देवी च राघवा. So these are those two. Hey Raghava, hey Rama. So Shailarajasya ete te sute. These are the two daughters of that Shailaraja Himavan. Loka Namaskrite. Both of them are worshipped by everybody on in this world. Ganga cha Saritam Shrestha. Who are they? Is just repeating their names again. So Ganga, who is the best amongst all rivers, and Uma Devi, and the other is that Uma Devi. एतत्ते सर्वमाख्यातं यथा त्रिपथगामिनी खंगता प्रथमन्ता तगतिं गतिमतांवर सैषा सुरनदी रम्या शैलेन्द्रतनया तदा सुरलोकं समारूढ़ा विपापा जलवाहिनी. So एतत्ते सर्वमाख्यातं, all that you have asked for about this Ganga's birth, that I have told you. He said, I will tell you about Ganga's birth and Ganga's Vistara also, you know. So Ganga's birth I have told you. Etatte sarvamakyatam, that is about the birth. I have told you all the things. Hey Rama, hey Gatimatam Vara. Gatimatam Vara, one way of interpreting that here is an addressal to Rama. So you are best amongst those who have gait. So Gati means gait, you know, walking style. Gatimatam Vara means one who has the best gait. So his walking style is very beautifully Rama walks. That's the meaning. So that hey Gatimatam Vara. So that I will tell you now how she became Tripathagamini. So Yatha Tripathagamini, that also I will tell you. So Khangata Prathamam Tata. Tata is, so Tata literally means, so Tata is an addressal used for out of love towards people. You know, Tata literally can be used for grandfather, for father, for son, for grandson, for uncle. Anybody who continues the Vamsha lineage, you know, for everybody in that you can use the word Tata. Tata, so I think it comes from Ata Satatya Gamane, so that which continues, you know. So to everybody in the lineage who spreads that lineage can be called Tata. And then because Vishwamitra and Rama have Guru Sishya relationship, even Sishya continues the Vidya lineage of the Guru. So even the Sishya is called as Tata sometimes. So this He Tata means He Sishya, that's the meaning. Or you can take He child Rama. So Khangata Prathamam. So Prathamam Gatim, the first Gati of the Tripathaga Nadi is Khangata. Kham is Akasha. So through Akasha Marga she flows, that is her first Gati, Prathamam Gati. Prathamam Gatim, the first Prathama Gati of that Nadi. Saisha Suranadi Ramya Shailendra Tanaya Tada. Tada thereafter, after that Akasha Gati, so the Shailendra Tanaya, the daughter of this Shailendra Himavan. So Saisha Suranadi, Saesha Suranadi, that is that the very same Nadi that flows as Akasha Ganga, it is the same Nadi that flows as the Sura Nadi. That is in Suraloka, in Devaloka, she is flowing as Sura Nadi Ganga. Saisha Sura Nadi. Then Suralokam Samarudha Vipapa Jalavahini. And that is the same Ganga that is Suralokam Samarudha. That is the same Ganga that is established and flowing in that Suraloka. It's the same Nadi that we see now, Vipapa Jalavahini. She is taken this form of this of pravaha of this water, you know, the flow of water, that form she has taken, which is Vipapa. Vipapa, she doesn't have any blemishes, so she can remove the blemishes of other people also. So he's telling the Tripathaga is, so Akasha Marga, she flows, that is one, and then she flows through Devaloka, that is her second, Gamanam, and that same Akasha Ganga is flowing in as Suranadi. The same Suranadi is flowing as this Jalavahini Vipapa. So the Nadi in front of us, He Rama, all this I have told you. So he will tell later this Ganga Avatarana story and Shiva and Parvati story. He will come in much detail later. For now he has told very briefly. इत्यार्षे श्रीमद् रामायणे वाल्मीकिये आदिकाव्ये बालकाण्डे पंचत्रिंशः सर्गः. ओम यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकम्. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ श्रीरामार्पणमस्तु. तत्सत्. So